In a village tucked between rolling green hills and thick, whispering forest, life was simple, yet not always easy. The people tended their fields from sunrise to sunset, and the river that carved through their land could sometimes be unpredictable. When the rains came, the river would swell and roar, sweeping away young plants and leaving the villagers worried. But the village was also home to many animals, each with its own way of surviving. Among them was Tortoise. He was not the fastest nor the strongest, but he had a keen mind and a thoughtful heart. He spent his days wandering the riverbanks, observing the water, the animals, and the people. One morning, Tortoise noticed something unusual. The river's surface was restless, glinting darkly under the rising sun. Its waves lapped higher than normal, and the sound of rushing water echoed through the trees. Birds flitted nervously between the branches, calling warnings to one another, while fish leapt from the water as if to escape a hidden threat. "This river is not happy today," Tortoise murmured to himself, his eyes narrowing in concern. "If it keeps rising like this, it could harm everyone in the village." Tortoise knew he could not solve the problem alone. He called a meeting of the animals near the old baobab tree. The birds perched silently, their wings folded tightly. The monkeys swung down from branches, curious but cautious. Even the tiniest ants marched in neat lines, carrying leaves and grains of sand. "We must protect our home," Tortoise said, his voice calm but firm. "The river is growing dangerous, but together, we can find a way to keep everyone safe." The ant, always practical, raised a tiny leg. "But we are so small. How can we stop something as large as the river?" The monkey crossed his arms. "I've tried before. The river is too strong. It will wash everything away." Tortoise smiled gently. "Strength is not always in size or muscles. Cleverness, patience, and teamwork are stronger than you think. Every effort counts, no matter how small." At first, the animals hesitated, unsure if their plans would work. But Tortoise began assigning tasks. "Monkeys, you can move the heavy stones. Birds, gather sticks and twigs. Ants, you can fill gaps and carry small leaves to reinforce the banks." Day by day, the animals worked together. The monkeys lifted stones with surprising care, placing them in patterns Tortoise had designed. The birds flew back and forth, dropping twigs to form little barriers. The ants scurried tirelessly, filling gaps with mud and small leaves. Even the smallest contributions mattered, and slowly, a barrier began to take shape along the riverbank. But the river was not easily tamed. One afternoon, after a night of heavy rain, it roared angrily. Water splashed onto the path, and some stones and sticks were swept away. The monkey sighed in frustration. "It's too strong. Our work is gone." Tortoise looked at the rushing water, then at his friends. "The river is testing us. Do not give up. We must think, not just push and pull." He led the animals to dig small channels alongside the main river, guiding the water to flow more gently. The birds reinforced the banks with twigs, and the ants patched the holes with mud. Slowly, the water abated, settling into the channels. That night, Tortoise stayed awake, listening to the gentle flow of the river. He thought of all the animals working together and smiled. "We may be small, but together, we are stronger than the river itself." Morning came, and the river had calmed. The banks were secure, and the village's fields were safe. The villagers noticed the calm waters and saw the animals gathered near the baobab tree, tired but proud. "You did it," the villagers exclaimed, watching the animals with awe. "Even the smallest creatures can make a difference." Tortoise nodded, proud but humble. "It is not about being the strongest," he said. "It is about thinking, planning, and helping one another. Courage and cleverness often matter more than size or strength." From that day forward, the animals and villagers lived peacefully. The river, once feared, became a symbol of respect and care. And the clever tortoise became a teacher, showing that in every challenge, there is a way to succeed, not through force, but through wisdom, patience, and teamwork. And so, the village thrived, the river flowed calmly, and the animals remembered the day when cleverness and unity turned a hungry river into a gentle friend.